room, room. You can be there. Room, room, room. You can be there and enjoying life. When we first started out, it was all faith, because we had never done it before. We didn't know how it was going to turn out. It was strictly by the seat of our pants. And of course, Bob Sutherland, God rest his soul, was the ambassador all over the world. Every place he went, he took stuff about the Colorado Grand, and it came out. And it was a magical time. It's never been duplicated. It just because it was the first event, and it was just something incredibly special.
This is our first year. We're newbies, and we've wanted to do it forever, but
20 years. It's been a goal for us. It's a dream come true. It really is. Yep. And here we are. So we're loving it. It's wonderful.
I've met people that I've only read about and are just legends in particular car marques like Ferrari or Curtis, and they are so wonderfully knowledgeable and passionate about the cars, and to spend evenings talking about cars with these individuals is the highlight for me. I'm Tom Barber. This is my wife Susie. We're from Fort Collins, Colorado. This is a 1954 Curtis 500S. It's not restored, as you can see, but we kind of want to keep it that way.
So far, so good. But I'm dealing, when you go to a specialist, if you got a heart valve that doesn't work, you go to a specialist, or you got a carburetor that doesn't work, you go to Brian. And this is my third rally with it. I've done the California Millie, I did John Mozart's rally, and I've done this one, all in this year. So I'm running the pants off it. This is my first experience with a pre-war car, and I'm having a ball with it. I'm Doug Whiteman.
Ellen Whiteman.
My great partner here. I think she's doing more car rallies than I am now. In fact, I know she is. She's going to Italy on Saturday as we leave here.
And then coming back and doing Wyoming.
But this is a 1934 Lagonda, an M45 Tour. Had it a couple years. This is our third rally this year in the car, and it's just a trooper. It just keeps on going. We had a little fuel leak right now, but that was a first. And we just love the way it drives. It's got an overdrive in it, so I can keep up with everybody when they're going 65, 70. And on the low speeds, it just has a good low-end torque and just pulls really well. In fact, Glenn Munger, who used to run Pebble Beach, he at lunch yesterday asked me, he says, do I have a Chevy V8 in this engine compartment here? Because nobody could get away from me.
That's great.
So anyways, we've been on the Grand now. This is my 8th trip in 7 different cars. We've always liked bringing different cars on the Grand because it's the best rally in the world that we've ever done. We love the cars, we love the people, we love the roads. It's spectacular. And I'm lucky to have a car gal.
But I don't know how to fix them. I don't know what's wrong with them. I'm a good navigator.
She only knows how to tell me, slow down, don't pass, not now.
Well, we have a slight miss in the car, but the slight miss became a large miss. Augie Pabst allowed me to drive his DB4 race car at Elkhart Lake one time, and I just loved the feel of the car. So I had started looking for a DB4 probably to race, and all at once this DB4 GT showed up, and I just couldn't turn it down. I've been with the Grand 25 years. I was brought in right away as the treasurer of the Grand, and I still perform that function. You did a great job, but there's something that's probably needs to be looked at by getting underneath the car, and we can't do that here. So we'll switch out. I get the honor of driving a Mercedes-Benz, which I certainly enjoy also. I believe it's something fixable, so they'll put in their time this afternoon and tonight, I suspect. I hate to cause problems for them, but that's what they're there for. We do appreciate Mercedes. It's been a great relationship for so many years, and we really appreciate their support. giving us the best cars that they have. It's a real treat.
Oh, here's Tom. All right, straighten it out.
This will be too much fun here.
Here you go, Terry.
I got the wrong name on
Hey,
it.
you got the wrong name. Here you go, buddy. Have fun. I'll follow you.
Okay.
It all happens after dark, in the cloak of darkness.
The fuel for the Colorado Grand, courtesy of Ray and Bonnie, is animal crackers. It's a tradition every year, gotta have them. I really like the elephants, and then I just kind of chew off individual pieces. You know, you get the legs first, you get the head, and then you eat the rest of it. So that's how I handle my animal crackers. I'm Nate Lander with the Mercedes-Benz Classic Center, and this is my 11th Colorado Grand. Lucky enough to say that I've been on this a few times. We had a Jaguar XK150 that had just a coil, one of the wires on the distributor shorted out, so we replaced that, and we subsequently spent an entire hour, 10 people, trying to track down where the rotor fell down inside the engine compartment. I finally found it after an hour, and it was jammed between the radiator and the radiator support brackets. Everybody was frustrated that we spent so long finding it, and then we were just happy that we got the car back together again and got it off the side of the road.
Do you get a prize for finding it?
No prize, just a little pride.
And I need some ruby red lipstick, baby. You don't know my plans.
Get to it and put them on. Yeah.
Coming back to Utah.
Yeah, for sure.
We're coming back to Utah.
I mean, it's the Colorado Grand, but the fact that they went to Utah this year is truly special.
Yeah, that was a real special ride yesterday morning. Very special ride.
My name is Oscar Davis. I live in Manhattan, New York. Grand, right from the very beginning. I've been on every one of them. It's always been wonderful, fun. My kids come. I got my son here with his wife. I have my grandson with his wife. And it's a family affair.
My name is Isaac Davis, and I'm from New York. And I'm driving my grandfather's 1933 Alfa Romeo 8C Monza. It's pretty fast for an 80-year-old car, so we're having a good time.
Today
today was magnificent, especially coming through the mesa. We were driving a 1955 Maserati 300S. Seemed to have run into some electrical problems with the magnetos. That stuff happens. Hopefully we'll tonight be able to get myself back in order and finish the Grand. I've always finished the Grand. I've always had a few little hiccups here and there, but we've always finished. So I'm confident we'll get this going and have the same. Now everybody's super supportive. The mechanics on the Grand, mechanics for other drivers. The highway patrol is magnificent. So it makes all this frustration very tolerable and almost like a fun little project. Hopefully it doesn't happen too many times.
This is a bow car. It was built in Colorado. This is 1958, and this is the prototype. The challenge in the Colorado Grand, of course, is altitude. You see, and you lose so much horsepower. This one, we don't lose much horsepower. It's a little bit of a hot rod. So I've had it about 5 years. I bought it for the Colorado Grand after coming out here, and I'd done the event in a couple of times where I had one in a real low horsepower car and then one actually in another bow car, and I thought it was so much fun. I'm like, I gotta find one of those. It's a lot more fun to be able to kind of pull hard up those mountain passes, and so that's what this car does really well.
He's retiring. Matter of fact, in January, he'll be calling it quits. After Bill Mathias retired, JD was the other one. I think he has 17 years on the Grand. Yeah, we're excited for him. Well, he will be greatly missed. He's not just an asset to the motors. He's a good friend. This is a very fitting tribute to him to end his riding season with this event. He's got a lot of memories behind this one. What a way to go out.
Finally, after all these years, right, he gets to ride in a Cobra, so I'm sure he was smiles from ear to ear. Everybody's going to miss JD. The thing about JD is consummate professional, well-liked by everybody, soft-spoken, but he gets the job done, and he loved the Granders, and I think everybody's going to miss him. He'll miss this place as well.
If we didn't have the Highway Patrol, we wouldn't be here, because they're the ones that help us all along the road. And by the end of the event, everyone has become great friends with our motors. And Lake City was a hoot because we had so many people come into Lake City, literally from around all the 4 states. And they had a young woman there that just graduated from college, and she was one of the recipients 4 years ago. She received one of her scholarships, and she was very thankful. Was actually moving back to Lake City after finishing CSU and going to work in the little town again. It was really neat. It was Cowboy City.
I'm Ashley Mozart.
Jackson Crowther.
My boyfriend Jackson, my sister-in-law Kimmy Mozart, and my brother Forrest over there. We're having a great time.
Unbelievable time.
Love the
Great
Grand.
experience.
The Alpha parked out there on just some random turnout, and then just to stop, grab the fishing pole, and go fish. Like, it was pretty cool. And we caught like a 10 or 11-inch brown trout just outside Lake City, maybe 5 miles or so.
It's a TR 5960. It was a works car. Every great driver drove it, and it's ran every international race. All over Europe, South America. Sebring here, Dan Gurney and Phil Hill and Oliver Jean de Vienne and Wolfgang von Trips, all these famous guys. It's a great thing. This is only one of 4. And interesting, they're all on the West Coast today. Doesn't like the altitude. I've met a lot of great friends here. I brought my children for years. Where do you get fun like this? Friends, pleasure, the charities. It's a wonderful thing.